defensive captain, a guy who's been a teammate for a while, and really, you've known him for a while. So.
Yeah, it's a tough decisions in this league are made every day. It's a tough one. Obviously, he was a really good teammate of mine, a good buddy of mine, great player for us. Those decisions happen, and I talked to him yesterday, and it was good to talk to him and see where he was at. But it's tough. He was a guy in our locker room that a lot of guys, really enjoyed to be around. You guys were around him. I mean, you guys know he was a good guy to be around. Just wish him, nothing but the best of luck and hopefully a ton of success in Seattle.
Is there a double hit personality and production on the field too? A guy who's that well liked. Got to make up for it in two areas.
Yeah, I mean, I think he's a guy that obviously produced on the field for us for quite a few years, and then obviously a guy that was comfortable here and had a great personality with the guys, in the locker room and everything. So, he'll be missed for sure.
As one of the leaders on this team, how do you go about resetting this locker room with 3-game losing streak? You lose Quandre, you lose Kerryon. How do you go about resetting this locker room going forward?
Yeah, I think the biggest thing is you just got to pick up and go. It's the only thing you can do. If you sit there and think about what happened 3 weeks ago, 2 weeks ago, last week, or yesterday, it's not really doing you much good. You got to move on and go. Not to say that we don't appreciate those guys or learn from those games, but you got to pick up and go, and you got to move on to the next one. And I think we did a good job of that today. Obviously, it's the start of our practice week today, and our guys were out there focused and ready to go.
You guys have seen a bunch of loaded boxes, with the emphasis on the running game this year and Kerryon. Without Kerryon, do you think that the way defenses play will change? Do you think you get different looks going forward?
We'll see. I'm not sure. I think in some instances defenses just kind of do what they do. And in other instances, maybe they're game planning for a player. So, we'll kind of have to see on that.
How do you make up for a guy who takes the majority of snaps? In other words, you got to feel with Kerryon. How do you make up for that if you can? A committee or?
Yeah, I mean, I think just the next guy up. It's going to take all the guys that we have. It usually does every week. Kerryon definitely, was a big part of our offense. Took a bunch of carries, but those other guys have experience as well. Either with our team or with another team in the same offense. So, it's something we'll have to deal with. We're going to try to get as many reps as we possibly can in practice with these guys and get them ready to go, and then go out there and play well.
Early in your career, you dealt with some significant injuries yourself. Kerryon's a young guy. It's 2 straight years for him dealing with some tough injuries. Mm-hmm. What's important for a young player to learn how to deal with that and get through that in their career?
Yeah, I know. For me, it's. I had the 2 tough ones early, didn't get to play a whole lot of games. And, the thing for me was it's not like the injuries stopped. It's just I kind of either, number one, got lucky and could play through most of the other ones and kind of learned how to manage my body throughout the week. And that's a different process for everybody in really every different position. I can't imagine what it's like to play running back in this league and feel the way he feels on a Monday. So, I know he'll work as hard as he possibly can to be back when he's ready and feeling right. It's tough. I think the biggest thing is you just got to stay positive and know you've played this game for a long time and understand that you can get it done. You just got to, got a little bit unlucky.
The hopes for you were sky high, obviously being the number 1 overall pick. Hopes have been pretty high for him too. Is there a difference as far as how to deal with the emotional part of it, where fans are wondering if you're, whatever, injury prone, all that kind of stuff?
Yeah, I think the biggest thing is, like I said, is just staying positive, having a good group of people around you. I know this locker room really supports him and believes in him. We understand it's tough. Injuries happen in this league, and sometimes they come in bunches, and sometimes they don't. So, we support him. I know I do, and I still believe in the guy. He's a heck of a player when he's out there. So, just wish him all the luck and as faster recovery as he can do it.
Guys, you see when they're on IR, even veterans, they feel like they're not part of the team anymore. They're sort of separate from the team. Is that trying to keep the guy a part of the team in any way you can?
Yeah, no question. Try to keep him involved as much as you can. Obviously, there's limitations on what he's allowed to do and what he's what he can and can't do. So, but every time we get the chance to run into him, I saw him the other day. Made sure I spoke to him, and he's just an enjoyable guy to be around. I like being around Kerryon, so anytime I see him, we'll say what's up. But I think the biggest thing for him at this moment is just to make sure that he's doing everything he can to get healthy and feel right.
you didn't have Golden Tate when you were a rookie, but do you think that there's something about the way he plays that helps Jones, a rookie, for the Giants, kind of a security blanket for him early in his career?
He's a guy that can turn a short one into a long one real quick, which is nice as a quarterback to be able to, once every 2 or 3 games throw a, 8-yard pass that goes for 40. That feels pretty good. Kind of, puts a little bit of wind in the sail. So Golden's a veteran guy. He understands the game. Obviously really dangerous with the ball in his hand, and obviously has made some plays down the field too. I mean, you look at the New England game, made a great play down the field. So I'm sure he's doing everything he can to help and bring along Jones.
We've talked about big matchups for the point now. It's a big game. You just have to win a game now, no matter who it is or what it is. I mean, you can't get too far behind. Really.
I mean, that's the scenario every week, right? Every week when we step out there, it's go win the game. We work long hours and extremely hard to go out there and win, and we don't go out there just to play well or get close. We want to win the game, and the deeper the season gets. The more important they come, but they all count.
They all come, but you can't get too far behind. In other words, you can get, that's the point.
Yep, they all count.
That's sort of the deeper thing you mentioned. Deeper.
We're not deep thinkers. Football players.
We're deeper thinkers.
Just kidding.
Lepers.
Anything else?
No.
Thanks, guys.
Cool. Appreciate it, guys.
Thank you.